So here we are on the daily chart on Cardano going back to 2021. Now, here's the thing that I want to make a very important point to the brew crew right now. It's a psychological thing that we do in the market where we say I have this conversation with people over and over again, and what people do is they say, look, I don't know if I want to buy ADA. This coin could 20x. And I don't know if I'm going to get the same gains out of Cardano that I'm going to get out of this coin. And before we know it, all of the market decisions that we're making are being driven by greed. And we may not think that they're greed. We may excuse those emotions away as something else. At the end of the day, we're making decisions based on what's the highest possible number that we could get, right? And I want to point out that there's a fundamental problem with that. And the fundamental problem is that we imagine that we're going to sell the top. And I need you to hear me on that. We imagine that we're going to sell the top. Here's the problem. Going over here to the ADA chart, on August the 13th of 2021, the price was about $2.38. So you guys, if you were in the market back then, let me use my measuring tool, but you would have had about 80, 86, 87 days of price consolidation in the $2.30 range to $3.08. What's the average there? Let's say 270. You had 87 days to take profit. Do you get what I'm
That's a
saying?
long time. 3 months.
Now, let me show you something. If we come over here to SHIB,
Shibby? Dude, did you know this? Did you know? I just want a fun fact about SHIB. It ran up 2 weeks straight, 20% each day.
oh yeah,
2 weeks.
oh yeah, it was wild. But here's my point: you had a significantly shorter amount of time to take profits if you were in SHIB. The reason why is because the more speculative the project is, you end up with this wick right here. And during that time, you're dealing with a range of emotion. You're asking yourself, you're fighting the battle in your head saying, but is it going to keep going up? I don't know if it's going to keep going up. The crypto Twitter is blowing up about this thing. And I don't want to sell right here because, I'm convinced that it's going to go to this price. And by the time you have that conversation in your head, it's done. The price is on its way back down. But if you're buying solid projects, let me come back to
ADA Spotlight.
guys, look at the difference. Just look at it. Look at the wick on SHIB that just went up and came right back down. I mean, let me expand my chart here a little bit. Like, you could have taken profits here, all the way up here, all the way down here. There was nothing but opportunity.
Because each wick, it went up, Trent. Everybody thought it was going back up to the roof. Nobody wanted to sell on those wicks.
Yeah, but the thing is, did you meet your goal?
Well, I mean, what's your goal?
To be financially sovereign?
What is your... But do you have short-term or long-term goals? Like, are those your short-term goals? Or like, what if I have 10-year goals? And I don't know if those are my 10-year goals till after this bull run, because I'm like, I was maybe a little more a boy rabbit than I was thinking about my future.
I'm not saying sell all of it, but like the thing is telling me that we couldn't have seen that. I'm not saying sell all of it. I'm just saying if you need life-changing profit in this bull run, shout out to Nexo. And nothing worse than a round trip in your portfolio. Exactly. I went through that. I've been through exactly that. In 2021, I invested about $3,000 in the market. And my wife and I were not good at saving money. We were, that was a lot for me back then. I watched it go up to like 16 grand or so, and I wrote it right back down. I round tripped it. And I'm not saying sell all of it. These days, I have a certain amount of ADA and a certain amount of XRP that I will never sell. I mean, never. I'm using hyperbole. But I have a certain amount that I will sell. And if you look at this chart on ADA, the market gave you plenty of opportunity to take profits. And if all of your money is sitting in the most speculative things that you can think of because you need a 20x, guys, stop needing a 20x this year.
Truth. I've had lots of conversations about this with different people. They always think about, I have to get a 20x. I'm like, stop. That ship has sailed. Don't be chasing those altcoins. If you were in cryptos when Cardano was 15 cents, you had that option. You weren't around, or you didn't take an opportunity on that. Or you did, you just didn't have enough. It's the fact. Plan it. Live reality. Don't live hypothetically. This is your life. Take it serious.
And if you do round trip it, you're going to be probably drinking more of these 14% beers than you should in order to drown your sorrows.
You know, the only problem is with those bottles. I don't think I heard you pop it. Did you pop it on the show?
No, unfortunately, I popped it right afterwards so that I could, or right beforehand. So that
it's not coffee.
No, because you can see me pour it.
Yeah, but I didn't hear you pop it. You could have filled it in with.
Next time, I'll prove it.